Thank you. So this poem is called Mohenjo Daro, and it's the name of an ancient city in Pakistan. The salt earth is bleached and brittle as old bone in winter on the plain of ghosts. Shrilled and thin down the gray millennium, the spirit voices cry on the parched wind. Language of a dead land. The wind's riddles, insistent and insinuating, whisper of pale grasses, tongueless as corpses, the slow suck and hiss of the river's mouse, and age deep in the dust of empty water courses, the cryptic dialect of broken stones. But on the terraces below the citadel, a flute plays, and ghosts rise in their shining bones, bedecked with jade and lapis lazuli. Above the luminous pools, white birds drift, long-stemmed as water lilies, and terrible in their stripes. Behind the broken walls, the tigers walk among the glamorous trees. By Eileen Kernaghan. So I'm the artist, and this was just luck of the draw. She was my poet that I drew last year, and it's just, as I just said, luck of the draw that I picked this particular poem. So we had a chance to talk at the opening, and I know all about this city. This is a city that mysteriously was destroyed in 2500 BC. It was sophisticated in one of the largest cities in the world up until 500 years ago. And archaeological excavations have indicated it was destroyed within a period of just a couple of years, if at that. They've discovered hundreds of corpses lying in the streets. Their sophisticated architecture was destroyed. One theory was that it was destroyed by a nuclear weapon, because they've discovered evidence of vitrification, which is destruction of material by high heat of approximately 3,000 degrees, which can only be accomplished by a nuclear warhead or by large lightning strikes. The other theory that's been more recently propagated is that there was a corona mass ejection from the sun, created a large interference with the Earth's atmosphere, and created giant lightning strikes. So they're thinking there's an actual possible natural explanation for this. But the moment I read this poem, I visualized the entire picture right in my head. So I had the two Viyamas, which is what the Indians call their spaceships. And there's a long and detailed history of spaceships in Indian culture. You have the mushroom cloud. In the background, you have the lightning bolts. You have the city that's pretty much destroyed. You have a couple of pools with the birds flying. You have corpses lying in the background. I painted it in acrylic on a wooden panel, and I did it really roughly, and I didn't do it in much detail because we're talking about a city that was destroyed. And I just wanted to try and capture the kind of the messiness of it, and the fact that it's kind of ghost-like also. So for me, it was the perfect poem for me to do, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
So on behalf of New West Artists, I would like to thank everybody for coming here tonight, the poets for providing the artists with such good inspiration. I mean, as we've just heard, I mean, it worked really well for the poets to present their work, and they had the chance to see it replicated in a visual manner. So it's a win-win for everybody. We had a lot of people, we had over 800 people come see the exhibition in the 3 days when Art Squared was on, and some other people have come in the last couple of weeks. And we probably won't do this next year, but we'll do another one in the near future. And Thank you to Gary from the Holy Wild Poets in Maple Ridge. They're not unknown to us, and NWA would like to expand our reach and work with those guys too down the road. And thank you to Jay Catalan from the Network Hub for providing such a great spot for us. And that's about it. So thanks again to all the poets and the artists.
And the
So,
organizers.
it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, Richard.